You fell into our trap.
Hey guys, it's Cypress.
And Fell Harbor.
And we are back with
Spyro!
Hey!
I hope you guys enjoyed our last episode where we gave you tips on how to ace your interview.
Woo!
No!
Oh.
Ow, my butt! Ow, my butt!
Oh my
Listen, it died.
goodness.
I gotta go all the way back around there.
You know what you have to do? Eat some bunnies.
Speaking of eating.
Yeah, thank you for picking it up. I was like, are you gonna catch on to my transition?
Of course I am. We're the same person.
Yes.
We were talking and like I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. We had like a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
Because it's bringing the real world into video games.
Mm-hmm.
No, Spyro. So yeah, you want to go ahead and say what our topic for today is?
Yeah. So our topic is how to eat. No, how to save money while
Yeah, like cost-effective,
Yeah,
easy meals to eat when you're, either in college, like just went off for the first time, or if you're living on your own and, let's say you did age of frickin' Spyro.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why I have such bad time with the jumps in this game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember that happening, but anyway, I'm not gonna blame the game. Things that you can eat.
Cost effective.
That doesn't have to be, bad for you. Now, obviously, y'all have the internet and stuff, and I'm not so old that I didn't have the internet when I was in college, but there wasn't the, Instagram and, easy ways to find easy things to eat, so I just, made up some stuff. So, I will say one is to start it off.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese. All you need is a pan, not a pot, a pan. Well, a pot maybe. Yeah, I made it!
Yay!
Get you some chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Just chicken breast. You can get some at Walmart, like a whole bag, 5 pounds for $7 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Get you some noodles of some sort. I did spaghetti. You can do, and they also do make healthy spaghetti, the white wheat spaghetti or whatever. Do I just leave? I guess Dr. Shump was the bad guy.
Yeah, because you had him.
I just leave. Okay. Yeah. I was expecting some huge.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we're out of the Peacekeepers.
Woo!
So we graduated college.
Yes.
Anyway, just some boneless, skinless chicken breast. Mm-hmm. They do have it in organic too. A little bit more expensive, but we're talking at least it's chicken and not.
Yes. Yeah. There's no secret. Yeah.
I can't believe
just chop it up. Just get a knife, slice it into maybe little, bite-sized inch pieces. Mm-hmm. Dump it on the pan, and cook it till it's not pink.
Yeah.
We have a friend, I won't name names, but who pretty much eats out all the time because she doesn't know how to cook. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Magic Crafters! I can't wait to see them and cool looking. They're one of my favorites. Anyway, but just cook it.
Yeah.
And then, do you like white sauce or do you like red sauce? Dump that in a pot.
Yep.
I'm not saying this is the most healthy thing, but
it is healthier than ramen.
Yes. Yeah, you got your protein and stuff. And I always do a side of broccoli.
Yeah.
They had the great invention where you can just microwave the bag of broccoli.
Yeah. Those are good.
And you can get the ones, they're cheaper, that they don't actually say microwave, safe or whatever. Don't listen to them. Just stick it in the It's broccoli!
Right.
You can eat broccoli raw.
Yeah.
You just don't want it to be frozen anymore.
Yes.
So, even if you want to, poke a little hole, I don't usually. Or, because I think what our mom would do is, basically thaw out your broccoli. This is beautiful.
It is.
This is one of the most confusing lands to me, but it looks really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if she was gonna make the one with the clams or not clams, oysters and stuff in it. Oh, I thought I got him. You just dump it in the sauce. So you thaw out your broccoli and then just dump it. Or if I was gonna make what I call a stir fry, but it's not really a stir fry because I don't use that much soy sauce. But just thaw out your broccoli, and then the pan that you had your chicken cooking in, cook your chicken first because you don't want it to be raw. But so the outsides are white. You might have to stir it or I used to just flip them over individually. Dump your broccoli in the same pan.
Yeah.
Add some water chestnuts or something. Water chestnuts are like not even they're like 60 cents for a can, and they add a cute little crunch and some like fiber water. I don't know. There's not much in them, but ooh, he's cool.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragon, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Sure.
Yeah, so I will add on to that. So one of the most generalized tips is to get frozen, because you can get chicken legs, chicken breasts, does not be chicken, anything really. If you freeze it, within reason, you can pretty much keep it frozen for however long. Obviously, yes, there is expiration dates to an extent, but if you're buying for like, it'll last the month.
Yeah.
And you can pre-portion it out.
Yes, exactly.
So that you're not picking out. You can thaw it out, and it's super easy. And like the shake and bake and stuff like that. People think that there's so much involved, but it's really not. You just have to learn how to use your oven. That's true. But there's no real thought involved. You put it in there. You get an egg timer, or you use your cell phone. And
or a lot of ovens will have a timer on it that you can use too.
True.
Just a note on the portioning out. So let's say you bought a package of pork chops, or even probably like if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, maybe you got the portobello steak. Like the big mushrooms that they cut and stuff. I'm sure I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure they'd freeze all right. Wrap it in saran wrap, or get those freezer bags. But we use aluminum foil. Wrap it in the plastic, and then the tin foil.
Yes.
I know it sounds silly, but one day you're gonna forget the plastic wrap, and your tin foil's gonna get stuck to your chicken. But if you put it in the foil then helps protect it. If you really are nervous, like maybe for the portobello mushrooms, if you wrap them in the plastic and then the thing, and then put them in a freezer Ziploc bag. But because then you just drop them, take off the metal, take off the tin foil and aluminum foil.
Which you can reuse on your pan.
Thank you. Yeah. So you put your chicken in a bowl of warmish water. Shouldn't take too long. You just want them to be able to separate. And chicken, you got to be careful that it cooks all the way through, but it will. But then, yes, exactly. That aluminum foil that you used, Alpine Ridge. You can then just spread on your pan, on your cookie sheet or whatever you're going to put in the oven. So you reused it. You didn't waste, because you don't, you can put meat directly on the pan thing. Then you're gonna have to wash it constantly, right? But unless your chicken like leaks,
or pop hole in the aluminum,
as long as the aluminum's kind of big enough, it'll protect your. And maybe you rinse it real quick with water, or wipe it down with a wet rag, but then you don't have to waste time washing it.
Quick and simple.
What else have we done that's? Oh, we eat very simple meals anyway. Like
rice, I think, is something that people don't consider. But it can be, and I guess it's because maybe some people really need a bunch of flavors and that sort of thing. But it is very proportioned correctly. It is such a simple and cost-effective thing to fill your belly, because I think that's, especially in college and stuff, the idea is you just don't want to be hungry anymore. Mom, dad, uncle, aunt, whatever, whoever was taking care of you, or maybe you took care of yourself. You're like, no, this is not for you then. If you love to cook, we really can't teach anything new.
And some of this might sound like, oh, disgusting, you just cook chicken in a pan. Well, you know what? Until you learn and have the time and energy, because I would come home from college, back to my apartment, bye. You're tired. You worked. You went to school. Your brain is physically fried. And if you love cooking, that's how you unwind. That's awesome. You already know. This isn't for you. This is for the people who are like, I can't cook. I'll either get McDonald's, or I'll just Cypress, I'll just make some ramen, or have a cheese sandwich or some cereal. This is getting a little bit more nutritious thing. Rice, fine, bleached rice. You don't have to get white bleached rice. Get wild rice. That's good too. This is something, they do make rice cookers. So, if you have $20 to spare and you want to get a rice cooker, that's great. I did finally look up, and you can Google it too, I didn't make this up, but the best way to make rice, and we have not messed it up since, is you want 2 cups of water, for 1 cup of the dry rice. If you want, you can put just like a small bit, like a pad of butter. You know, just like, I don't know how much that is, but you know, like as much as you might spread on your toast. You could put that in the water, and that just helps flavor it a little bit. And maybe just like a dash of salt. We use sea salt, which, I mean, I guess it's got some health benefits, I don't know, but just a dash of salt. Then you dump your rice in, cover it, make sure that the lid fits. No, I didn't make that. Make sure that the lid fits as snugly as you can get. Like, I know I've got mismatched pots and lids.
Yes.
But, Walmart will sell you a pot for $5. I think that's the one we use right now. It's like $5. Came with a lid. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It lasts forever unless you like.
I should clarify first. You bring that water to a boil first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then put in the rice.
Yeah. So let's back up. You put your 2 cups of water, your a little bit of butter, a little bit of salt if you want it in the water. Bring it to a boil. Dump in your rice. I use like a spoon or a knife. You'll make sure that the rice is all settled. Cover it, and leave it on because you boil on high, move it down to medium. So like on ours, it's a 4, but you'll get the hang of it. Like a medium, not low, because you want it to keep simmering.
Yeah.
Set your timer for exactly 20 minutes, and do not be lazy, because you have like 15 seconds.
Yes.
When that timer goes off, run your butt and take it off the heat immediately. You don't have to uncover it. Take it off the heat, because otherwise you will burn the bottom of it.
Yes.
And it's beautiful, fluffy. If you made that, maybe you shouldn't eat that whole cup of rice, cooked rice.
Yeah, that's for 2 of us, and I don't know. I guess it's a little bit more, but we usually do it for
rice.
dinner. So yeah,
you can portion.
Look at the nutritional facts on your own time.
Get some Tupperware. Invest in some actual Tupperware again from Walmart or Target. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
Not much money.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
You're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
Oh, good. I didn't think so.
So you can save your rice, and then you have something really, really easy the next day.
Yeah.
Because my chicken, like, I wouldn't eat, like, if I cooked 2 breasts and cut them up, to make my stir fry or to put over my spaghetti, I would save some. Obviously you're not going to eat all of it, and then you have leftovers for the next day or lunch to bring. It's really not that bad. What else did I eat? Well, I did, if I was feeling really cool, I would make some sushi or something, but
yeah.
It is dependent on your means, and if you have a job, it's easier, but if you're a full-time student, you might not have it, or have the time or the money. What other things?
Well, just kind of addressing, lunch and stuff, because really, especially nowadays and everything, the people are foodies. They love to take pictures of their Starbucks coffee and stuff, and not even on a health thing. I'm not going to tell you what to eat and stuff, but financially, that is a lot of money. Yes. So if you drink coffee, make coffee at home. It does not take a long time. If you get a good coffee maker, it will do it for you. So you just gotta,
or you afford the $10 plain coffee pot. For $2 over in the home, like home electric section or whatever, Walmart sells these little cool timers that are like $2. And they've really come a long way. Make your own timing coffee maker.
That's true.
That's a good point, though, about making your own coffee. I was just talking to a friend who this is going to sound bad. I thought he was smart. He didn't know how to make coffee in a standard pot. Oh. He only knew how to put the Keurig into the thing. So his fancy Keurig machine broke. And he's like, I can't have coffee. I'm like, well, make it. And he said he had one of the standard pot. He's like, but I don't know how to work it. It's stupid. I'm like, what? It is 1 tablespoon of ground coffee for 1 cup of water. I would say in your standard coffee maker that you get from Walmart for $5 or $10, they've got it marked. You don't want to make any less than 2 cups in one of those, but you either take extra or just eat it. It's bean water.
Yeah.
I mean,
2 cups, especially if you put it in a thermos. 2 cup goes a long way.
Yeah. And there you go. well, you do have to. Things to buy with your coffee maker are those the paper
filters. Yeah.
But,
and then you need the creamer and the milk, or that is creamer. And like if you want any kind of sugar and stuff, and you can play around with it. I understand, that's not how you make a cappuccino or whatever.
Right.
But that really isn't.
Yeah. I have coworkers who put. I think it's gross, but this is them. They make, actually they usually do dark roast, which I think is gross anyway, but they put they put a little cinnamon in with the coffee ground.
Yeah.
So play around with it. Maybe get some mocha.
Yeah.
Maybe you could even do chocolate milk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But get some mocha flavoring from the spice aisle. Mm-hmm. Mix it in with your coffee grounds. I've never done it myself, but I
have heard there are ways to kind of make it at home. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah. And so, so that's kind of, breakfast sort of thing. And then with lunch, obviously, sandwiches. But it doesn't have to be, peanut butter and jelly, although that is a great cost-efficient thing as well. If you're more, health aware and you don't want to do bread and stuff, you can do lettuce wraps, which we used to do.
Oh, yeah. Romaine lettuce.
Yeah. And making your own salad is so much cheaper than buying a salad.
Yes.
And you can put whatever you want in it.
Make a big Tupperware thing of it.
Yeah. And then you'll have it for, I guess, I don't know, it necessarily wouldn't last you the whole week, because I know that lettuce kind of wilts.
Yeah.
But, with 3 days, 3 worths of lunch. Yeah.
So. I haven't done like a check on this, so you might want to. Companies will charge you more if they're going to slice it for you.
Yes.
So let's say you want to put some green olives and some black olives on your salad.
Mm-hmm.
Get the whole olive. Get you a knife and just take out 3 or 4 of these olives and cut it your own dang self.
Yes.
Don't pay twice as much for them to have sliced your black olives for you.
Yeah.
Same goes for tomatoes, and that kind of thing. Like, slice it yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can also use less, or maybe you want to dice it. On another note about salads, what really goes well on it, you probably already know, is, why did you jump, Spyro? Pickled beets. Sliced pickled
you
beets.
did say that, yeah.
The best brand of sliced pickled beets, you guys, and I've already shared this with my friends, Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart brand pickled beets are the absolute best beets. Oh my god.
And we have tested it. We have
believe me.
many different varieties from many different stores. Yeah, Walmart's are the best.
Well, I don't know what they do. The next best would be Aunt Nellie's if you're in America. The Del Monte ones are they're squishy. Like, they ridge cut it, and they're
weird.
not. Oh, I missed you. They're not as like sour or whatever. If you think pickled beet would be.
Yeah.
I know I was a little bit off topic. Pickled beets go
These
great.
blue thieves have stolen eggs outside the
feather
Magic
wings.
Crafter's world as well.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Yeah, definitely. Salmon and fish. I guess it gets a little bit expensive depending on, again, your budget.
Yeah.
But that's very healthy.
Walmart sells wild-caught salmon. Oh, crap. I said, don't kill me. The part of don't kill me, didn't you understand, fireworks?
Oh.
Yeah, and I think it's probably $7. What I like about that, though, is they're individually sealed, like frozen, vacuum sealed fillets of salmon from the Walmart. What
For
am I
like
supposed to do?
$5 and you get like 7 of them. I mean, it's,
yeah. And they already are frozen. Okay.
This is also just a tip, and I wouldn't advise it legally because, not legally, but because of health implications and such. But, and I am a huge stickler for this myself, especially trying to be healthy. We try not to have soda, but occasionally we'll treat ourselves. Usually when I go food shopping, I'll grab one of the sodas from the cooler thing that's right near the cash register, Well, if you're doing that and you're not trying to cut out soda drinking, just go get one of those liter ones. Because of the same price, technically they're even cheaper. They're like $1, and the ones that you can buy at the cash register is $1.19. If you know you're going to be drinking Coke the entire week or whatever, or like your life, go get one of those things.
Yeah.
And it's also super fun to drink straight out of that bottle, but I get that might be weird to some people. So you can portion it out even more so, because also those bottles, you think, we naturally as humans, we just trust that anything packaged is a serving, and that is not accurate. A lot of things are definitely like 2 servings and stuff like that. Even these healthy teas and stuff that we've been buying for the the treat for dinner and stuff, those are actually 2 servings.
Yeah.
So 8 ounces is not actually a lot. So if you're trying to portion out that way as well, it's much more cost effective.
Yeah, because I think you said at the beginning, I was a little bit not paying attention.
Work, Spyro.
I like his wings.
If
They're
you
like
keep
either the
this
same
up,
price
you'll
Yeah.
or
know
sometimes
all
less.
the
Yeah.
tricks of the magic crafter's world.
Because they're gonna charge you more. Oh, I found all the drugs. Oh, in here. Where am I?
You're buying convenience and stuff. It's
Right,
cold.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
right there.
I should have finished my sentence. Sorry, but exactly, they're charging you because they put it in their refrigerator.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh,
there they are.
another thing, you've probably heard this tip or whatever, but don't shop hungry,
Yeah.
and make a shopping list. And you'll
Yeah.
eventually get to a point, and I know you want, a lot of fun things. You don't want to get bored. Me personally, I like knowing, okay, well, Fridays we eat this or whatever, salmon, that kind of thing or whatever. But, so you can mix it up, you can have whatever. But if you know exactly what goes into every meal and you have a list and that's all you buy, then you are going to be so much more cognizant of the frivolous buying stuff. I'm not saying never get the Starburst or that Twinkie, but you're going to know that you got that as a special treat.
Yeah.
So your bank account is going to be thankful that you bought the stuff you need to survive, so that you can go out with your friends and do a special movie night and eating out and stuff, because you saved so much throughout the actual shopping.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's so much more convenient. I know there is Amazon Prime Go, I think is what it's called, or Amazon Prime Now. And with that, you can actually go. They partner with Sprouts, and then of course it's Amazon, and they will buy stuff and within like 2 hours come get to you or whatever. And I mention that because college students get a special on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
We're
cool.
not sponsored, but if you'd like to sponsor us, I'd be glad
Yeah,
to talk
right.
to you about how much money I saved getting Amazon Prime. But also there are also things like Walmart grocery. I'm sure
Yes.
Publix and Kroger and any of your local stores, they probably do too. I just know we use Walmart grocery. They do the shopping for you. So with Walmart specifically, because I've used that one and I've used the Amazon Prime Now or Grow. I can never remember what it's called, but I've used it before. I think that one had a $20 minimum, and the Walmart grocery has a $30 minimum. But you don't pay anything else for the convenience for it.
Yes.
So you go and pick it up.
100% convenience, guys. Like, not only
Exactly.
does it save you don't have to go and walk around Walmart all
Yeah.
the time. It saves you from impulse buys.
Exactly.
And
yes.
you can pick, you can see how much, like if you know, okay, my food budget for this week is $45, put everything you want in your basket online, and then you can see right there without getting up to the cash register and
Yeah.
not, having the money and having to embarrassingly put things back or something.
Exactly.
You can
Yeah.
take it off.
Yeah, and you can do more than one trips and stuff like that. Obviously, it does have to be $30 for that one. But you can set it up. You can be, if you get there early in class, you can also, there's a favorites button. So if you order the same thing every week, you hit that favorites thing, automatically it says when do you want to pick it up. You set your time frame for it, so you can go pick it up when it's convenient for you. And I wait max 2 minutes. Some locations are a little bit worse than others, so I have there was one time I sat there for 20 minutes, but there was an issue with the store. It wasn't the whole process.
Yeah.
They'll substitute for you, but they never make you buy more. So usually the substitution is in your favor.
Yeah.
You can also say no substitutes if you don't want. I'm sorry.
You don't want those non-Walmart pickle feeds.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, just to clarify, if you ordered generic butter and they were out of that generic butter, they'll give you name brand butter for the same price as your generic.
Yes.
Or like our big sister's always saying, she wanted a 5-pound bag of bird seed. They were out of the 5 pounds, so she got the 15-pound for the same price as the 5. But like Cypress said, they'll never other way. We're out of the, they might do, I don't know, what they do if you're out of the name brand and give you the Walmart for the same price? I think
Not the same price. They would lower it. So
Okay.
they have done that with us once. But yeah, it was like we get the Kraft cheese sticks, and they were out of it or whatever. So so they will go, but they'll always reimburse you, because I think what it is it puts a hold on your card or whatever you're paying with, but they don't actually finalize it until you sign off on it. So therefore they're able to change it. So if you say no, I don't want that substitution, they can take it off, they can remove the item, and you don't pay for it. Yeah. So then it also works out too. So if you have you reached your $30 minimum and that's all you want to do, and then they're like, oh well, these Pop-Tarts weren't available. If they remove it, obviously you're still there, so it can be under $30. Yeah. So they're, they work with you, so it's very convenient. It saves time, and I think that's a lot of the issue, is that everyone always stresses over there's not enough time. I don't have time to cook. I don't have time, and that kind of gets into a little bit more prep on the top half. But crock pots, you set them up, and they actually do have bags. So if time is more of the essence for you than cost.
Right, pre-made.
Yeah, they have pre-made. Yeah, where you cut open the bag, you pour it in there. I think you might. It depends on what the food is. Yeah, I can't look. You might have to put in some water, and then you set the crock pot, and then when you come back from classes or work or whatever, your meal is done. And you can do really healthy meals too. They're just a little bit more involved, like the chicken. You'd have to put it in yourself, but it takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes probably prep.
Yeah, like a little extra water. On the crock pot, you can get really fancy models that have timers and stuff. If you cannot afford a timered one, remember our friend from the beginning in your coffee maker. Get you a $2 timer so that it'll go off. Now your meal might be a little bit, not on warm, because the fancy models, they can go from
hot to warm.
Right, yeah, but we don't have a fancy model. We just use the standard model and a timer. But this way, at least it's not going to burn your house down.
Yeah. Well, then set it to make sure, maybe you get home and you wait a half an hour or something before it's ready, so but there are ways around it, definitely.
Yeah.
And again, that just makes it more cost effective, because it's all about priorities of what you want. And I think most of us, the food is a priority because we need it to fuel our bodies. Yeah. But what we put in it usually is not a priority. Sometimes, yes, you want to go out and you want to have a really fancy dinner and everything, but we're spending so much on these fast food places, which do you really care? And I'm not, again, it's not a health thing of, oh, well, that those French fries are mostly plastic or something. I mean, eat French fries if you love it, But it's more of, are you just getting it out of convenience, or do you actually really love it? And can you make it at home for, a very similar taste? And I'd say 90% of the time, yeah, you can.
Yeah. Well, no. I don't hate that sometimes you can't swim. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fast food is a treat. Mm-hmm. So, even if you're getting quote-unquote healthy fast food, for the same $10 you spent at, Chipotle or something, trying to be healthy-ish, you could have made something that would feed you 3 or 4 times.
Exactly.
We get packages of chicken legs, the drumsticks, from Walmart. So a package is probably $7 for, 10 or 12 legs. Mm-hmm. Do the math, guys. If you ate 2 chicken legs, you're averaging $1 for 2 chicken legs.
Yeah.
And then, make you some rice, which probably costs you 10 cents, or make some, we'll eat it with spaghetti. Mm-hmm. Not great for you, but grits are easy to make.
Eggplant. Yeah, grits, eggplant crisps. Yeah. Those are my new favorite things.
Yeah, there are other options. If you want to be very health conscious, invest in a veggie slicer that makes spirally things, because zucchini spirals are delicious.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of trying things with vegetables.
Yeah. Oh man, mashed cauliflower. That is really. Yeah. I love potatoes.
Pro tip: I didn't know this until recently, but they make frozen bags of the veggies made into they're called riced veggies, so it's cauliflower that looks like it's rice but it's actually cauliflower, or like Cypress just said, they already made it for you. You can make it yourself, but mashed up cauliflower. I know it sounds gross. You're like, ew, cauliflower, that's like broccoli's dumbass brother. It's great when you think it's mashed potatoes.
Yes.
It really
but
tastes
it's good. Yeah, with the butter. Yeah,
I'm gonna open this guy.
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my
Is that a
wings.
potion on his?
Learn to fly. Got it.
I feel like that's alcohol.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's gonna take me longer than just a few minutes to do, but I think we ran through some good ideas, you know, very quickly. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't give you any recipes. Most of what we do isn't recipe, but I think the main takeaway is, yes, you can.
Yes.
You can make food. A lot of you might be in dorms and you're not even allowed a hot plate and stuff. Understandable. Maybe, you know, hopefully you can be on the meal plan to at least feed yourself. If not, there are non-cooking, required things you can make. You know, salads, obviously. I know salads are boring. Don't forget, you can put chicken or something in there. You can buy,
great.
you know, even if you want to buy the chicken. Oh yeah, salmon, canned salmon, guys.
Oh yes.
It's stinky, so let your roommates know.
Yeah.
Where am I? I just was trying to find another sheep, but I guess it doesn't even matter. There are things that are, you know, you don't have to cook. You can get the chicken or the turkey or the ham that's made to go on sandwiches. Just rip it up or slice it up and put it in your sandwich. It doesn't have to be, you know, this fancy deal.
Yeah.
You can get. You're gonna make a lot. Whatchamacallit? A strainer, you know, like strain out the canned salmon to put on there. You know, I mean, yeah, canned is maybe not as tasty or as good for you as fresh, but it's better than spending like $15 on a salad. You know,
Yes.
it only feeds you once, whereas you could make, you know, with one can of salmon. God, you're eating forever. Anyway, that's another helpful tip. I guess we're making Spyro into the helpful tips for living. But you can do it, guys.
Yes.
The internet is also your friend. Ooh, I'll go there. When it comes to finding recipes for things. So even if you're like, ew, salmon's disgusting and I hate turkey. I don't know who you are.
Right.
If you don't like one of those two, but
When you see arrows
they
like
make
these,
pre-made
you
eggs
can
too. Like if you
charge
can't
along with
boil
them to
eggs, you know,
make
get
a
eggs.
supercharge.
Get $1. They make that
Supercharge.
tool. I hope
Excellent.
everybody knows
Go
about it. The egg
ahead.
slicer.
Yeah.
Go in the kitchen section of Walmart or Target, and they make a little contraption where you put your egg in the middle and you push down, and the little grate cuts your egg.
Yeah.
You can make slices or slice it, turn it the other way in the thing, and do it, and you got a diced egg.
Yeah.
No fancy slap chop, Mr. Slap Chop Man.
That's right.
Get
Yeah.
this thing that you don't have to use a knife and mess up your egg. This thing works perfectly. So, there are ways, guys. You can feed yourself at home way better than, you know, as good as McDonald's tastes. Maybe spread it out a little bit.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
are
Make
ways
it a
to
treat.
fries.
Make it a special.
Yeah. So, all right, well, that's our life lessons for today. So
Yeah.
we're gonna leave Spyro here in this cold tundra.
Oh,
We've
no.
gotten let's see, what did we get already?
I guess it's warming up if some of the grass is
We're
coming
already 89% done with Magic Crafters.
up.
We've got to get that one egg that dude has. And I know this one is frustrating because it's going to take me a long time. You have to, like, zip down these guys, run a corner, jump, and on all that. Like, I could try it now, but, like, you have to, like, oh, I went the wrong way. Without losing it. I probably went the wrong way. Anyway, without losing it. Oh, yeah, here it is. And you have to, like, run. And that's how you open this. But then there's another one where you have to, like, run backwards and jump last second. Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
We'll do that next time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. We hope you were enjoying our tips. Leave more tips down the bottom. Or if you're like, oh my gosh, if you cook chicken that way, you're going to die. Please don't listen to them. Do it. Let me know, because I've been doing this for a very long time and I'm not dead. So maybe I'm not the most healthy person. I don't know. But at least it's not fried chicken at McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
All right.
And on that note, we'll pick this up after the drop.